Greetings, everybody. This is Jeff Scott again. Well, there is a benefit of coronavirus. The benefit is I get to be at home at this hour. It's probably about the only benefit I can think. Certainly not a benefit to the market. Wowzer. I thought I'd do another end of market evaluation. Boy, I could retitle this for today, couldn't I? Will QE immunize? Twice the Fed came in, and what did the market ended up doing? The market ended up selling off worse. It's about news. It's not about the Fed. Maybe some stimulus. Just for always education purposes only, I'm a doctor, not a broker. I'm independent. Trading involves risk, and you alone are solely responsible. So it's 3:31. Let's do the update here. It's going to probably take 7 minutes, I guess. And remember yesterday or the other day I showed you under intraday, have it clicked on. I do have Thinkorswim open down here, paper trade at least. Okay. Update. I want to make sure I got updated, include intraday data checked. I do. Hit start. So it's 3:32, so about 3:39 it'll be done. I want to remember today I hope to show you the smart groups. So while we're waiting, let's talk about pain. I capitulated yesterday. As I've been telling you, I've been long a few things with puts, a bunch of shorts. I had a couple straggler long positions that I just was reluctant to close. I decided that, and even Nugget, which I just couldn't believe was going down with gold prices going up. Thank God I closed it out because Nuggets got hammered today. In fact, I switched to dust. I am short or in puts, and you know what's nice? I hate to say this. It's nice to not have to be getting hurt today. We're back below 2,000 down. We'll see if we run up in the last 27 minutes. I know a lot of you are getting pain. Be clear, I've had pain too. And I have accounts that are professionally managed. I know they're feeling pain. Just look at what we did yesterday while that we're updating. If I look at low jump bar today of the 5,000 or so stocks, 3,000 at the low jump bar. What does that mean? It means that if the low jump is extended, over half the stocks, 75% of the stocks that I have, price and volume limited, 2.5 and 250,000 shares, are extended to the downside and just waiting to bounce. If I look at those that are actually showing evidence of a bounce, it's still pretty anemic, although it increased to 537. What does it mean to be on this list? This is a fun list. These are stocks that have green candle lows from, I don't know why they're pink, maybe because it's not done yet, after triggering. Some of these are good companies, and I might look here, like this one's banging off the 200-day moving average, IPHI. I have found some great winners on this. Typically, I'm looking for hammers at a major moving average, but these are all showing reversal signals from a green candle low. Not sure why some are green and some are pink. I like to look there. Just doing what we did yesterday, and I do at this time every day. Let's just take a quick look at what's driving the market. TNX, we can see the rates bounced a little bit higher today, up to 8.5 on the 10-year. And if I look at the 30-year, the rates are up. Oops, that's not it. TNY. All right. So today I'm having the Yowzers. All right, let's look at it up here. 30-year TYX -X. All right, this one today bounced up to 1.4%. So the rate's getting higher. That's interesting because the markets typically, the indexes like to see rates firming, but they're not budging the indexes. Sick market. If I look at small caps, you could see, let me just switch this to IWM real quickly. Continue to see rapid fall. Nothing changed here. AD line continues to be rolling over. If I look at the large caps, again, change out the IWM to the IWB. Nothing, continue to drop. All right, no shocker there. I've seen the markets, and they are not pretty. If I go to stocks above, if I look at the NYSE AD line, just for you could see, look at transports just plummeting, IWM plummeting. This is not a good time. Here is 2017 pricing. This is a pretty, to put it mildly, impressive dump in the market. If I look at stocks above the 200-day moving average, we are in, this is where we were in 2008 and 9. We are almost to where we got at the bottom of the last major market recession. We are pricing in a substantial financial crisis, and we're early. It's crazy. And here's the stocks above the 40, 1.64% of stocks in the I think it's all stocks are above. I'll have to check that. Their 40-day moving average. Bad, bad, bad. And then lastly, the 2121, we know where that is. It's going to be down at the bottom. 13-week new high, new low. And you could see me spread it out a little bit. Come on, spread out for me, baby. Not that much. You can see how we are living at almost no new highs. This is a very, very, very sick market. Close this one up. Still going here, processing. We're at 6 minutes. It's almost done. If I go and I look at TradeStation, what I have here is what I call my advanced screener. So I like to look at it. On the right-hand view is a daily chart. This is an auto-generated support from Cigar's wonderful Q package, which you could have had for free had you paid attention to my things on the board. He gave a 1-year free trial. These are a number of John Person indicators. I really don't see something that I can excite myself on the volume. This is a Laguerre RSI, something that I've been playing with. It's in an area where the market likes to reverse, but it hasn't reversed yet. Person market catcher's not showing me any relative strength that I want to write home about. The PMC. These are 3 different time frame bongos, daily, weekly, monthly, and 3 different time frames of John's signals. Everything is in a sell. This is a bearish thing. Here's the weekly, broke through this support, now breaking through this support. We're at an area, I think I was looking today, 2365 was sort of my target for the S&P 500. We're at a place where I might expect a reversal. We'll look at that when we get to HGSI. And here's the monthly. Do you see anything on any of these charts that says it's time to buy? You see no tail here. We're at the lows of the day. The answer for you is no. If I look at the Dow futures, no. If I look at the NASDAQ futures, no. This is horrible. And, frankly, what this tells me is run it up to 3,100, it's time to short it again. And that's the problem. We're getting tough to short. But this is just a horrible looking market. And the IWM, or here's the Russell futures, no. I mean, minimal bottoming tails. What do I want to see here? I want to see, I don't know if I even have that much data on here. I want to see December to, I'll look at an HGSI, but I want to see, all right, stop. Who knows where we're going to go? Sorry about that. All right. I don't know what year this is. Let me see. 2016. I'll go back there. 2017. What I want to see is evidence that I'm not the only person that's capitulated. And like I said, I went to everything short or protected by puts. This must be all right. December 18, May, June, July, August, September. And yes, I did it again. I'm killing time waiting for the program to finish running. Interesting, I had a sell signal on an automatic trading platform. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a pullback. I'm looking for a reversal. I'm looking for a person buy signal. I'm looking for the histogram to convert to positive. I'm looking for the OBV to cross over its moving average. I'm looking for the market catcher to show some bullish convergence. There's a number of things here that I'm looking for that will show me that we're in a bottom. And when I go to today, I see none of that. So markets are sick. Now, let's see if HGSI is done. It is. Awesome. So very quickly, open up my designer view. Major Markets Plus. I'm in 4K, but I made everything bigger, so hopefully you can see it. Let's hit the warehouse. So Major Markets Plus will open up in the warehouse. Excellent. Let's go to the top-down view, which is under my original top-down view. And let's raw combo. What's working? Dollar volatility, short treasury, pro shares. That's interesting. What's not working? Utilities, small caps, mid caps, Russell, industrials, transports, S&P 100, composite. Yuck. Here's the painful thing. 5-day return. VIX up 82%. I play that by being short SVXY, running from 50 down to 34. What's the worst? Gas, oil, gold miners. Oh, they got killed today. Russell 2000, small caps. This is 5-day bears. And we dropped 3,800 points a week ago. Unfrickin' believable. If we look at today, utility down 10%, small caps 10%, 2000 10%, NYSE 9%. I don't even need to show you these charts. We know what they're going to look like. But very quickly, let's take a look. Again, what am I looking for to tell me that it's safe to come back in the water? And why did I say my target's 2365, 2400? Maybe I'm just dreaming. But the reason is, I'm going to go to a weekly chart here. And I'm going to look at the bottom in 2000. And let me make this the full thing. 2018 bottom was right here. And I'm going to draw a line there and say that this is my target. Not that the market could care less what Jeff Scott's target is, but that's my target right here. Between 2350 and I moved it wrong. Hold on a second. You hold your key in the keyboard, hit the shift key, stop, take off the mouse. That should have done it. Nope. All right, we try this one more time. Yeah, it did. It did it in red. All right, so this is what my target is. From where we are to my target, I got a wrong line. We're 6% away from my target right here. That to me is a very important line of the sand. I don't even know where to start this run up from, but if I start this run up on my fibs from back here, this line is very close to this retracement here. I don't know if that's a 50%. This is that, did I do the wrong one? I did the wrong one. Bum. I don't do this very often. 76.4 retracement of this run up. I think this is a natural zone here, and this is where I'm going to look for the bounce. If we don't bounce there, where's your next level of support? 2100. I think I don't need to depress you anymore. I don't need to depress myself anymore. We have a very, very weak market. Of course, we're going to get some dramatic reversals. We'll get some Fed stimulus, but when are we going to see, or we're going to get some, hopefully, government stimulus soon. All right, looking at the indexes, I just want to make sure that my shorts don't need to be covered. Hold on a second. I'm selling again a few of my shorts as the day goes on, just in case we get a bounce tomorrow. All right, and we are due a bounce. So S&P looks sick, breaking through what the 200-day moving average. The other thing that's interesting about end of 18, I'm still in the weekly, I want to go back, is that it stopped on the 50-day moving average, which is much closer to the 200 daily moving average. All right, so here we've blown through the 500-day moving average and the 1,000 daily chart. I don't even want to go through all of them. I just did in the other. It's sick. You have no business going long in this market unless you know something. Now, what will be the signal to get long? Well, a reversal, a hammer signal, a morning star. I'll take a John Person buy signal. I'll take a big PMC convergence. I don't see any of those. If I quickly look at industry groups, and I screw that up somehow, so let me just go here. I guess it's time to update that add-on. 176, I'm betting we don't see anything here. Nothing showing positive momentum in 2 days. On a 5-day window, nothing switched to positive momentum. On a negative side, there's only two things, because I only had two things that could have switched. But if I look at the longer term, we'll see many, many more. We'll see 98 with momentum to the downside. Very difficult market. If I go to my universe that we defined last time, $2 and 250,000, hit my warehouse view, and I go up just to see if there's any new John Person buy signals. I don't expect them, but you never know what you're going to find. So let's go look. There's always some, just whether or not there's anything you can act upon. He had a grand total of 4 new buy signals today. It's probably worth looking at this one. Cypress is a transaction story. AOBC is guns. I can't look at that one. Century Aluminum. I mean, what do I see here that's interesting? There is actually something interesting, and I've got to fix this PMC. It's the wrong setup. What I see that's interesting here, and I don't have a good explanation for, is why do I have a stock that's bottoming, yet it's gone positive with significant positive convergence on the PMC? It must have had earnings. We go to more info from the web, finviz.com. Earnings and sales top, that was a while ago. Don't know why. It's popping today. Bargain hunting, maybe thinks a reversal's coming. It's under some accumulation. There's not going to be anything under the person buys. How about daily HCDs? Euro NAV, yesterday we talked about marine shipping have been turning around. This one is struggling to get above its 50. Was it DHI the one I liked? But it had to get above the 50. Can't remember. Nope, wasn't DHI. All right. I'm not. Yesterday I looked at Premier. I thought this looked interesting. I actually bought some, and I still think it looks interesting. It's I bet you it's one of the best performers today because it's only down less than 1%. Not a bad looking picture. Obviously, it's in a downtrend. I was looking at a reversal yesterday, and why? Because this is involved in the supply of hospitals. HCD daily and a new PBS buy. That's a preferred. Per PBS weekly buys, this is at DHT Holdings. We're down to 4 stocks on a PBS weekly buy. This is what I was looking for to do yesterday. Look at the convergence on the PMC. It had a buy signal come in back here several days ago, coming out of a squeeze, great earnings per share growth, multiple within the range of their sector, and a 7.3% dividend. Earnings are out. I'm not playing much to the long, but I wouldn't have a problem with DHT. What else could I look at? New HCDs on the weekly side, very few. Another shipper. That's kind of interesting. And do I have any weekly HCDs in a PPS buy signal only on a preferred? Next thing I do is I will look very quickly at the bearish side. Daily sales, we got 104. Let's look at some of these. Now, one thing that's interesting about a person, daily or weekly signal, is often you catch them at trend reversal. This one's already come too far. Scott's Miracle-Gro, Dunkin' Brands breaking down. What I want to find is one that's in a position that I don't feel bad shorting it. Cheap stock, probably wouldn't short that. Let's see if there's anything here that looks interesting. APD has not been a cheap stock. Maybe it is again. All right, so I would have been more interested in shorting it up here. But, you know, if you think that's gone too far and you really want to cry, I hope you don't own any Restoration Hardware. Talk about the death march. Unbelievable. So a lot more sells than buys today is what you would expect. I might look for daily sell with weekly sell, 81. I might look for new weekly sells. Trying to find something. Well, that looks more interesting from a short breaking down out of a base here. That could be interesting. PMC would say not to short it. Again, the reason why you scan is to help find good stocks. Now, instead of going up and doing the same thing I did yesterday, I just want to conclude by going to the smart groups where John and I set up smart groups, and there probably won't be a lot of stocks in them, but on the buy side, the ones we just saw already done for you, nothing you need to do. Daily buy near support, daily buy with weekly buy, nothing. Trilogy buy, wouldn't expect anything. New HCDs, HCDs with new PBS buy. Person weekly buys, just a few. Weekly buy with, what is this one? HCD weekly with a PPS buy, sell signal within 2 days. That's kind of a pattern that I like. Anything here? So you have a HCD here, a new buy signal breaking with a 200, mobile breakout from a squeeze, 2 kahunas in a row, and a positive looking PMC. It's a ETF of China stocks, 1X, doesn't trade a lot of volume. It's not for me, but that's a signal. I could look at bearish signals as well. These are some of the stocks with new PBS that came to the top sell signals. So on that note, I'm going to go fix up my portfolio in the last 5 minutes of the market. Hope you guys have a great day. HGSI is a great tool, not just for end of day, but for doing scanning. So I know I'm going to go take a look at perhaps putting in a long order on that shipper. Goodbye, everybody.